Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 hidden details in opening movie scenes.
Puisque nous sommes sur une exploitation laitière, je suppose sans risque de me tromper que vous avez du lait?
You know what this is? It's the world's smallest violin playing just for the waitresses.
For this list, we're taking a look at the easily overlooked things featured in the introductory scenes in films. Even though they're at the beginning of their respective movies, these entries will still contain spoilers, so be warned. Let us know of any details you spotted that we didn't in the comments below. Number 10. Presidential Foreshadowing. X2 X-Men United.
Excuse me, sir. Are you lost? Breach at Visitors Checkpoint.
The second film in the X-Men franchise begins with a bang, or maybe a bamf, as a brainwashed Nightcrawler teleports his way through the White House in an attempt to take out the president.
It's outside the Oval Office.
However, before things get crazy good, Nightcrawler attempts to blend in as a tourist to get close to his target. While walking through the White House halls, several portraits of former presidents are highlighted, including Abraham Lincoln, JFK, and William McKinley. The fact that all of these deceased presidents were assassinated while in office serves as subtle foreshadowing of Nightcrawler's intentions. Number 9. The product no one wanted. A Quiet Place. This movie does a remarkable job of conveying its story of an isolated family surviving in a world overrun by aliens that react to sounds with almost no spoken words at all. Still, even eagle-eyed viewers may not pick up on some things. The opening scene follows the Abbott family on a trip into town, shopping in a deserted store for supplies. Although the place has been thoroughly picked clean of most things, they're still able to find what they need. However, there's one product that neither they nor anyone before them seem to have touched: chips. Nobody wants a crunchy snack when sound hunting aliens might kill you just for taking a bite. Number 8. Freeze frame foreshadowing. Shutter Island.
Pull yourself together, Teddy. Pull yourself together. It's just water.
Shutter Island is a twisty thriller that features one heck of a reveal.
Who are you? Tell me.
Don't you recognize me, Andrew? I've been your primary psychiatrist for the last 2 years.
However, what most viewers may not pick up on the first or even the third time watching it, it's that certain elements of the reveal that Teddy Daniels is actually Andrew Laeddis, who killed his wife, are foreshadowed in the very first scene. For instance, those familiar with Martin Scorsese's other work will recognize that the director uses freeze frames at important moments in its protagonists' lives, making the early frame devoted to Teddy's wife an early hint at her importance. The first scene also establishes Teddy's aversion to water, which we later learn is due to its connection with his wife's death.
Why are you all wet?
I missed you.
Number 7. Underground Hints. Us. Us is a disturbing film from the new master of horror, Jordan Peele. The movie features uncanny doppelgangers of many characters attempting to kill and usurp them. It's eventually revealed that they've lived in underground bunkers located across the US.
How it must have been to grow up with the sky, to feel the sun, the wind, the trees. But your people took it for granted. We're human too, you know.
However, this revelation is actually insinuated to the audience in the very first moments of the film. Sure, there's the opening caption, but it's also themed into background details, such as the VHS tapes shown next to a TV, which include Chud and The Goonies, two films that deal with underground areas. Likewise, the boardwalk scene features the young Adelaide's father playing whack-a-mole, which involves hitting moles that pop up from holes on a machine. Number 6. Hans Landa's wrist grab. Inglourious Bastards. Quentin Tarantino writes amazing dialogue, and the opening scene of this World War II flick is no exception.
But like any enterprise, when under new management, there's always a slight duplication of efforts. Most of it being a complete waste of time, but needs to be done nevertheless.
Still, while viewers may be holding their breath as Nazi Colonel Hans Landa interrogates a French farmer he suspects of hiding Jews, they may miss out on a non-verbal detail of the scene. When Landa stops one of the farmer's daughters from fetching wine and asking for milk instead, he grabs her by the wrist.
Mais non, merci beaucoup, monsieur la petite pas de vin.
While this is enough to get our hearts racing, it's her heart that Landa is checking. He's taking her pulse to see how nervous she is. Given how skilled a detective he is, it's probable he already knew the Jews were there, but a little confirmation on his part is an interesting touch. Number 5. Foreshadowing Mr. Pink's Rant. Reservoir Dogs.
Like a Virgin's not about some sensitive girl who meets a nice fella. That's what True Blue's about. No, granted, no argument about that.
What's True Blue? Oh, you ain't heard True Blue. It was a big ass influence.
Speaking of Tarantino's work, the first scene of his first film also highlights his skill at dialogue, featuring a round table of colorful criminals having a conversation about everything from the meaning of Madonna songs to 70s music. Its most prominent topic, though, is the subject of tipping waitstaff, which one of them, Mr. Pink, objects to after his waitress doesn't give him as much coffee as he wanted.
I ordered coffee, right? Now, we've been here a long time. She's only filled my cup 3 times. I mean, when I order coffee, I want it filled 6 times.
If you pay attention earlier in the scene, you can see Mr. Pink look around for the waitress and look at his cup in dissatisfaction, setting up his eventual tipping diatribe.
These people bust their ass. This is a hard job.
So is working at McDonald's, but you don't feel the need to tip them, do you? Well, why not? They're serving you food.
Number 4. Shoe insulation. The Dark Knight.
He thinks he can sit it out and still take a slice. I know why they call him the Joker.
The opening scene of The Dark Knight is a brilliantly tense bank heist, perpetrated by the Joker and several unwitting pawns in clown masks, whom he makes bump each other off after their task is complete.
That's funny, it didn't dial out to 911, it was trying to reach a private number. Is it a problem? No, I'm done here.
It's a spectacular scene that draws the audience into the film instantly, yet one of its smaller details can get lost on some viewers. When the robber in charge of cracking the vault drills into it, he's electrocuted. The scene then cuts away, but when it returns, the man has put his shoes on his hands in case there's more voltage running through the vault door.
Where's the alarm guy?
Boss told me when the guy was done, I should take him out. One less share, right?
Funny, he told me something similar.
No!
Number 3. Scar Origins. Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. Like other entries in the Indiana Jones franchise, The Last Crusade begins with a rollicking action scene, although on this occasion it follows a young Indy in the days before he became an archaeologist.
That cross is an important artifact. It belongs in a museum.
Indy's attempts to stop a group of relic hunters aboard a train carrying circus animals lead to several defining moments for his character, such as his fear of snakes and his acquisition of his signature whip. This latter one leads to young Indiana accidentally whipping himself trying to fend off a lion, leaving a scar which is shared by adult Indiana and actor Harrison Ford, who acquired his in a car accident. If it were us, we'd go with the lion story, even if it is from a movie. Number 2. Vincent's early appearance. Pulp Fiction. Quentin Tarantino sure likes his little details, doesn't he? With so many things hidden throughout his non-linear movies, is it any wonder they're so rewatchable?
I'm ready. Let's do it right now, right here. Come on.
All right. Same as last time, remember? Your crowd control. I'll handle employees.
The opening of Pulp Fiction actually takes place near the middle chronologically and features 2 thieves robbing a diner. Vincent and Jules, 2 other criminals whose story we follow throughout the movie, are also present. However, while the duo's confrontation with Jules and Vincent doesn't take place until the end of the film, Vincent himself can be seen in the background of the very first scene, linking him to the restaurant for those with eyes sharp enough to pick him out.
To be continued.
Before we unveil our number 1 pick, here are a few honorable mentions. Darker logos, the Harry Potter franchise. As the movies get darker, so do the Warner Brothers logos. Michael Shannon is the monster, The Shape of Water. Shannon's name shows up as the narration mentions the villain.
Or perhaps I would just warn you about the truth of these facts and the tale of love and loss and the monster who tried to destroy it all.
Not-So-Scarface, Zombieland. This Tony Montana wannabe is Rhett Reese, the film's co-writer. Peter Quill's Alien Tracker, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. It's crafted from an electronic football game made by Mattel.
Showtime, a-holes. It'll be here any minute.
The original Night Owl stops a familiar mugging. Watchmen. Is that the Wayne family? Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. Setting up the entire movie, Back to the Future. For a time travel movie, Back to the Future is actually pretty straightforward. However, it's not without its little secrets.
October is inventory time, so right now, Statler Toyota is making the best deals of the year.
Some of them are hidden right at the start of the movie, which opens on an extended Rube Goldberg machine sequence in Doc Brown's house. The single long tracking shot sets up a lot that follows afterward, from Doc's obsession with time, to the fact that he's going to hang off the clock tower later, to the fact that he stole the plutonium being discussed on the news, and many more little details that pay off later.
Officials at the Pacific Nuclear Research Facility have denied the rumor that a case of missing plutonium was in fact stolen from their vault 2 weeks ago.
Such a short sequence manages to prime the audience for the rest of the movie, even if they don't spot everything the first time around. Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from WatchMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.